Hey guys, just a quick recap of our trade of the day. I went over this in a live session today, so I'll just be brief for those that missed it. But look, top down on the euro, nothing's changed, all right, as far as the overall trend. Okay, trend is down. Here was the swing cycle. Down, bottomed, it's back up, it's crossing again. All right, we sold off, broke above the 8, rallied back towards the 30, which is descending. And when we're in a downtrend, we look for lower highs at or near that 30, right in the middle of the bands. When I go to the 4-hour chart, yesterday we sold into this high. Okay, was the exact high as far as the candle, right? Right in front of 108. I said before we started rallying above these bands, I said if we get a move back into 108, 109, you want to be a seller on a scale and not afraid of reshorting. And then, so here we have the 4-hour cycle crossing. Okay, so we're still short swing time frame. And then I added today, and the reason I added is based on the hourly. So, boom, failed to make a higher high. Couldn't even get back to this high. This is a real money candle, which is a bearish setup in the model. Short, whatever you add, stop above the high. Got a little bit of follow through, took some off into the lows. I covered another piece here actually while I was doing the live session at noon. And now, I'll just let this ebb and flow and cycle back up and then reshort. But what I wanted to show you guys this morning was our day trade. We came in, I was not trading London, but this was a nice move down. We came in here this morning and we were low within the cycle. So I said, all right, the trend is bearish near term, but this cycle isn't that great. Let's check the cycle out on the 15-minute. It was very similar. The cycle was low. So I said, all right, well, let's stay with the trend, but the cycle is really not in our favor. It's pretty low, so I don't want you to be aggressive. So we just stayed with the 5-minute. What we really wanted was these lows to break to get the flush, which eventually we got. But we were sellers in here. We sold right into this high, retraced about, I teach you guys about these walls. Hold on a second. Let me get my crayon out. So there's a nice wall here. This was the main move of London session. This is all bearish, one giant bearish candle. About halfway, you get your lower high. So I came in and actually went long on this candle because of the cycle, but then said, you know what, the trend is bearish. I want to be short into these bands. Went long, flipped, went short, added, and sold right into the high of the move. We covered here, reshort here, covered here, and we just milked this thing. Cover short here, cover here. At this point in time, I was covering some of my swing trade. All right, and then finally we broke the lows, and we take profit in the new lower lows. Took some more of my trade off from up here, covered it here, and then exited the day trade as well into these lows at the bottom of the cycle, bottom of the 30-minute cycle, and that was a nice trade. All right, that's not the right one. That's Euro Yen. I'll show you that trade in a second. Boom. Here's our execution. Short, cover, short, short, cover, short, cover, short, cover. And this was before we had the flush lower when I was on the webinar. But that's it, guys. That's the process. We do this every day on the trading team. I'd encourage you to join what I call my full access team. It's tell you about it in a second. Real quick, Euro Yen. We also took this short this morning. I don't want to talk. I talked about the big picture in the room today. But look, guys, Euro Yen. I'm starting a core long-term short. It's back here at what we call the pie line. When we go out even further to the weekly, look, you've retraced about 50% of this long-term bearish downtrend. You're right back at the top of the bands. You're right at the flat pie line on the weekly as well. The weekly cycle is ready to roll over. Okay, has high probability to be a long-term lower high. So I'm leaning core short there. Haven't traded this pair in a while. And I'm going to keep trading around the 4-hour. I'm going to keep trading around the hourly. And I'm going to keep trading around the 5-minute and 15-minute. So there was a nice topping tail yesterday, followed by very similar to the euro, a lower high relative to here. Nice bearish candle. All right, so come in, want to be short there. The risk is above this high and that high. And so when we came in this morning, it was more of the same. The 30-minute cycle was low. We already had a nice move, so we weren't very aggressive. But it's all relative. So finally we had the 15-minute cycle roll over here, and we did the same thing. We weren't as aggressive as we were on the euro, but sold, covered, topping tail, took out the lows, you got the flush, cover into new lows. All right, so that's the same play we had there, euro yen, and then we covered on the flush as well. All right, guys, so if you're new, my company is called Jenkins Risk Management. You can go to jenkinsrm.com, learn about the services. As our members log in, I have a blog. We have some partnerships. I do some institutional work, but this is the best way. It's free. Get involved. Put your email in here. It'll get you into our 24/7 chat room. That's the best way to kind of get things rolling with us. Now we have a real-time alert product, and what that looks like is this. This is my active trader room. And in here, I signal everything I'm doing. Long-term, intermediate term, day trade. All right, so here's what we were doing there. Some of the charts I just showed you. All right, at that point in time, before we flushed the lows, I was up 1,700. All right, by the time I started the webinar at noon, all right, I booked about 5,000. All right. That's a nice day. Just in a couple hours of trading since this morning. Okay, that was euro yen. This was euro. Euro versus the dollar. And I still have a core piece on as well. So, I mean, so this is how you trade Forex. This is what we do. And this service is only $150 a month. Just does not exist anywhere. You're not going to get that type of coverage on multiple markets, multiple time frames, with a real timing process and a timing model that we have for this price. I just want people to, that's why I started the company, is to help the individual trader, the independent trader, beginners. But this price, even for a pro, I mean, it's a no-brainer. All right, so here's the full access team. This is where I do training and coaching on the model. You get the full-time, you get alert service for the entire year. All right, that alone is worth doing the team. Then we have the 24/7 trading room. So we trade together, continue to learn. I do training. I show you guys things live. and just build the team environment so you can talk amongst each other. We have traders all over the world, and we're just starting to build it out. So anyway, you can learn more there, or I would also say send us an email to support@jenkinsrm.com, and that'll get you in touch with my partner, Ritas. All right, guys. Hope to see you in the room. Talk to you in the morning.